Hi, how's your Friday? So, I'm finally back on the air this week. Now, I was hoping to be on the air a bit more this week, and I was going to be talking to you more about taste, smell, and flavour changes. However, something got in the way. I've had a face for radio this week. There's no plain other way of putting it, but it's been a face for radio. Late Saturday night, a spider decided that it would bite me on the chin, and it's just been kind of horrendous looking. Today's the first day I've actually managed to cover it up. Now there is a lot of makeup on here, so I'm going to be really brief because I think it's all just going to slide off my face. So let's get on with Fact Sheet Friday. Okay, let me do a proper introduction so I can then post this for our YouTube subscribers. I'm Alyx Stewart. I'm a cancer survivor and CEO of Centre for Cancer Nutrition. Now, together with Think ST Solutions, we've got a load of fact sheets to come at you most Fridays. And this one today is a great one because it's something not a lot of people think about. It's actually food recall. Now, you can often see, and it is often you see, news stories on television about strawberries that have needles in it, or a salmonella poisoning somewhere, or listeria poisoning. And those ones really make the news. But sometimes it's not that dramatic, but it can mean, it can be dramatic to your health. So some of the reasons that food can be recalled is that, they've got harmful bacteria in them. So there might be, as I said, salmonella, E. coli, listeria, a host of other things in there. That's one of the reasons food can be recalled. Another reason is it just might not be labelled correctly. So they may have mislabelled the ingredients, the use by date, all types of things, or they may have left out the allergens that are in the food as well, which is disastrous for anybody with food allergies. And one of the other reasons that they can recall food, as I said, they've got foreign matter in there, like the needles in the strawberry saga a year or a couple of years ago now. Now, as I said, you often hear about these really big cases on the news, but where would you hear about them otherwise? How would you know that what you have in your fridge or in your cupboard needs to go back? Well, often the place that's doing the recall will have it on their website, but you might not be looking there. Another place to look is on social media. Often there's call outs, that type of thing, and people will spread the word and share the posts. Another place will be, I'm just got to get it right here, is in Australia, the Food Standards Australia and New Zealand. So there's food standards. But the best place that you will probably pick up that there's been a recall for a product that you buy is actually when you go to the supermarket or somewhere where you do buy your normal produce, and there will be a notice at the front. Now, I've seen these lots of times. Often they're in yellow, so there's like the danger sign and there's something to be read. And I've honestly never stopped to look at the one in the supermarket, but I will be from now on because it's just too important. So that's probably the first place that you will notice if there's a problem with a product that you have at home. Now, what to do when you found out that there is a problem with what you have at home? Well, the recalls are often very specific, so they might refer to a date on the product, a particular date, a particular time something was produced, or a batch number. Now it's easy for them to trace batch numbers because they use the barcodes for that. So a lot of this tracing is can be done quite easily, and you need to check if it's the right packet. It might sometimes only be a certain size of a packet of something, and it might not be what you have. So the best way of dealing with this is to either throw the product out or take it back to where you bought it from, and you'll get a refund. Now, what to do if you've had this out and about in the house is really, it's down to hygiene, is disinfecting all the surfaces that this has been in contact with and just cleaning everything in sight. Okay, now also, so that reminds me, another thing is if you have come down with any sort of food poisoning, either from a recalled product or something you don't know that has been recalled, you need to alert your doctor and also the health authorities. And this way they can trace where it's come from. So again, it's a bit like COVID with contact tracing. They need to find out exactly where you have contracted this food poisoning from. Was it something that you had at home? Was it something that you brought outside at a supermarket or a fresh produce place that you brought into the home and eaten? Was it something that you had in a restaurant? So they need to determine where this food poisoning has come from. There we go. So that's just a really quick wrap up of a food recall. But, you know, honestly, pay special attention in the supermarket to those great big yellow signs that they have at the front. And they have them, honestly, just about every single day that I go to the supermarket. So it's quite common. And just keep an eye on that it's not something that you have in your home. Okay, and with that, I'll let you go. Have a happy Friday. And I'll probably see you sometime over the weekend. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I'm going to be doing our casual Saturday lunch again. And this time I'll send you out a recipe and we can cook it together. Okay, I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.